Hello and thank you for joining us today. You're watching Bethlehem Live. My name is Angel Starr. I'm with Pastor Lisa Borland here at the Father's House International Church in Henderson, Kentucky. And I'm here with a special friend of mine, Nikkie Riley. I met her in Bethlehem just in May, a few months ago. She has been teaching for quite some time in the schools, a Christian school in Bethlehem, and then she also is a worship leader in the Bethlehem House of Prayer and has kept the fire burning nightly for her term of teaching. So she teaches the kids in Palestine and Bethlehem during the day, and then she comes and worships really on Mount David. We just found out a couple months ago that our prayer house has been located, since we've been renting, on the mountain of David, where David actually worshipped as a shepherd and put forth praise and wrote psalms. And it's just amazing. We just found that out a couple months ago, but we've been there for a while. So we're honored to be a part of this work. We want to invite you to be a part. That's why we're sharing testimonies today of what God did in Nikkie's life through her time spent on the land, meeting with people, and also getting the heart of intercession, which I believe is God's heart. He is the chief intercessor interceding for us. And I just did a word study on that last week, Nikkie, and intercession just simply means to fall in line with. How can two walk together unless they're in agreement? Well, you're in agreement with the chief intercessor, and so I know that you're an amazing woman of God and a powerful intercessor. So how did your gift of prayer get stirred up by you being in Bethlehem? Because you've been there for how long? Total,
probably like a year.
Yeah, total off and on for your teaching semesters.
Yeah.
So again, what do you feel God stirred up within you being there on the land as far as your prayer life goes, intercession?
Well, for me, it was just what is God's heart? You know, in all of the Bible, it talks about Israel over and over and over again, and it just really stirred up. I want to be in partnership with Him. I want to be in fellowship with Him, and God chose Israel because He chose Israel, and I want to be praying into His heart. And when I was there, it was just really, the Lord was showing me, you need to learn how to pray. A lot of times we say, Lord, shake everything that needs to be shaken, break everything that needs to be breaking. It's like, what am I saying? What am I asking God to do? You know, it's like God has been shaking Israel. He has broken Israel, and it's just like, we need to watch what we're saying. We need to really, really get tender before Jesus and soften our spirits and like really hear from what He's saying about His people.
So do you feel that Israel does have an important part in what God is doing in the end times? And was it through happenstance or through you knowing about the significance of Israel in God's heart that you chose to go and teach there?
I knew it had significance. I didn't really, that's all I was just, at my church, we prayed a lot for Israel, but I just didn't really, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Just going there was just, Lord was just speaking volumes to me, and just the spiritual atmosphere there, wasn't really, it was just circumstances, and the Lord was just speaking to me.
To go. And then what are some things that you saw happen during your time there that God did through your prayer? Because you were a faithful prayer and worshiper nightly, and then you'd go out in the day in the community. What did you see happen there that you felt was a result of that time in the prayer room?
Lord stirring the atmosphere up. Healings, and the Lord just touching people, like just the Catholic people and the Muslim people, and just really being faithful. One day we'd be crying out for the Lord, pour out your Spirit on all flesh, and the next day, bam, 2 Muslims walk in, and then the next day, Catholic walks in, the Spirit just falling on the people, and just the Lord really showing up when we asked Him to, and just being so faithful.
Awesome.
You can learn all the doctrine and all this stuff, but it's like when you actually get there and you're seeing the sight that Jesus looked at, and you're walking on the same ground, and your relationship, you're with His people, and it's just, it's authentic, and you can't counterfeit that. So,
tell me about your favorite family in Bethlehem.
Their names are Nada and Khalid. They are kind of like the downtown Bethlehem area, and kind of like the hood of Bethlehem. They're a Muslim family, and I met them maybe 2 years ago when I lived there. I've just been faithfully just praying for them and just asking the Lord to save the father, save the mother, because it starts with the household. And I was just just for me, just being a Christian friend and them knowing that I'm a Christian and being able to talk with them, as friends, because we established a relationship and we're just comfortable talking about Jesus, and they can ask questions. I can ask them questions about Muhammad and the Quran, so they know that I'm not like, but yeah, it's been really fruitful in my life to be able to get to know the Muslim people, get to understand Islam. You need to know Islam before you're gonna start preaching at them, because they wanna. It's just I don't know.
Did any of them ask to, or were you able to lead any in a salvation prayer?
Not a salvation prayer. I didn't experience it yet, but I've had many conversations with Muslims about Jesus, and seeing the fruit. There's just be more and more questions, just planting the seeds, and letting the Lord do His work.
That's exactly right. You've done a good job, and He will harvest those seeds. Through your time there, do you feel that anything significant happened in your own heart, in your own life through your time? And if so, what was that during your time at the Bethlehem House of Prayer that you could tell people that might be interested?
Well, I feel personally that I've stepped into a deeper relationship with Jesus. Just for the Jews and for the Arabs, just listening to His heartbeat, just being in fellowship with Him, in partnership with Him, because that is His heart, is for the Jewish people, and just being in line with what He's about, and He wants Israel saved, and it's so much bigger than that. It's just being in line with Him, being in line with the Holy Spirit, and it's been amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're an amazing lady. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for joining us for Bethlehem Live. Please tune in again for more information. Visit our website at thefathershouseint.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.